Figure skating is currently known for having more females than males, but surprisingly, that wasn't always the case. Skating has been around for thousands of years, but it wasn't until American Jackson Haynes invented the more loose and dance-like technique in the mid-1860s, which is similar to what we have now. This style was initially rejected in the United States and England, but found immense success in countries like Sweden and Austria. The first World Championships were held in St. Petersburg in 1896, where there was only a men's event. But in 1902, British skater Madge Syers was the first woman to ever compete, having slipped in through a loophole because the rules did not specify participants had to be male. After that, new rules specified that women could not compete, but then 3 years later, a women's category was created. In the early 1900s, American Irving Brokaw became the first man to represent the U.S. at international competitions, and then American George H. Brown organized the first U.S. championships in 1914. Another man, Canadian Louis Rubenstein, developed the first figure skating governing body in Canada and the US and helped to establish competitions and testing in skating. In the 1920s and 30s, Sonja Henie dominated the world stage and became the darling of skating in Hollywood. Her sparkles and feathered outfits drew young girls to the sport as men left to fight in World War II. When the men came back from the war, the gender balance in skating had shifted. Now, figure skating was tied to sparkles and glamour, and the public perception of it being a masculine sport began to decline. Figure skating started out as a male-dominated sport, but slowly shifted to being seen as more feminine, and those perceptions the athletes face are evident in many forms.